So, you're trying to be a better goalkeeper. That's why I'm here! Woo! Okay. So, I mean, goalkeeper is not my main sort of place where I play, but I actually am pretty decent, and so I think I might be able to help a few of those people out who are struggling. So you see over here, I've got my alt account, and as you can clearly see, the goalkeepers have meta vision, which is basically, you can pretty simply like see where they're aiming. So if they were to use a move, then bish bash bosh, you know it's going there. You can also see where their body is moving to. As you can see their next position, which is great with like dashes and stuff like pretty similar to that, because you can see where they will end up and where they might actually end up shooting. Because what a lot of people do to goalkeepers is like they'll bait them out. Because goalkeepers are so powerful with their hitbox, people love to like bait out someone. And so what you can use that like vision for is just knowing where they're moving or where they're going to end moving. So then you can line it up and be ready to save it if need be. Now with goalkeeper, I highly recommend not being in header mode, because when you jump to get the ball, this by the way, this can take the ball. Like goalkeepers can just like, their hitbox is allows them to basically take the ball at any point. So jumping, if you jump into it, you'll grab it, right? If you're just stood still and coming to you, you'll grab it obviously. You've also got side dashes, then you've got jumping then side dashes. You've got like very quick jump side dashes, and then you've got a forward front dash, right? And so what a lot of people don't do is, imagine if someone's to hit it right into that top right corner there, you really have to get the full jump, then go sideways, because if you're trying to be too quick, you're just not going to get into the top right corner. Because there's one way, right, the best way to score against goalkeepers, well, there's actually a multiple, right? So one of them is actually, it's a shift sort of tactic. So imagine, for example, that person's looking away. If they were to use a move and then shift in, then you would instantly snap to look where you're shooting. I can demonstrate more with myself than my alt account. But if you ever look here, this is what some people do, is they go out of shift lock, get their move ready. So imagine I press Kaiser Impact now and it's charging up. Once it's about to shoot, you press shift and now you're looking at their goal. And so that's what a lot of people do. So as a goalkeeper, be more prepared, as you know, they might actually shoot to you. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked a ton here. Like I said, always be in normal mode, because when you jump for the ball, instead of headering it away and then having to go pick it up, you just gain possession. So that's what I highly recommend. Another thing that is basically a goalie's kryptonite, which you need to learn if you want to be a good goalie, is how to defend against curved shots. Because I'm pretty sure, well, not pretty sure, one of the easiest shots to defend is just when they do a normal like shot like that. You see, that was direct pass or direct shot. Those are the easiest because they can only go straight. And so if they're looking in one direction, for example, if they have the ball, right, if they're looking in a direction, you know where they're looking, and if they use that move, you know it's going to go in that direction. Which is why doing a curve shot is important, because you can stand in this sort of area around the box, do a curve shot, and because a curve doesn't follow your line, it's much harder for a goalie to, you know, protect and not like let it go into the net. So I highly recommend, I mean, I'm not sure how you would learn it, but just if someone gets close to the net, they might not use a move, they might instead go for a curved shot, because they're the most powerful. Because right now my line would be going forward, but obviously if I use any of the directional input keys, then it's going to go in. And you see how like harsh of a corner that is. It's really impossible for goalkeepers to get. And because I play scrims, I play against really good goalkeepers, and so trying to just score with a normal shot like that rarely ever works, which is why a lot of the time I'm either going up and using the non-shift lock tech, so I'll be out like this, use the move, then snap on, so it's harder for them to guess, or I'll run up to the net and I'll do a curve shot. One of the main things I also do when scoring against the goalie is swapping my camera. It's just a switch up. It's just a simple switch up, but I can demonstrate it here with my alt. So as you can see, my alt is aiming at the goal, and so I'm gonna stand somewhere where he's aiming. But what I do when I'm scoring against someone is I'd walk up and I'd get in my position. So imagine my alt account is like me, right? I would look and I'd look to where I'd be aiming like that, and at the very last second, while shooting, you look to the other direction, and because you're shooting, they might go, oh, but then because you swapped at the last second, then that's what happens. And so I highly recommend just like looking like you're going to aim somewhere, then switching up at the very last second. And so I feel like it's better if you, because this one's just more for strikers, right? But if you're going to score and you get into this zone's probably the best place to score, just because it's not in the goal box and it's the closest you can get and it's at a great angle. I'd recommend to score at the closest angle here rather than over there, because obviously this part is closer to me and this part is further. So if you try and shoot over in that corner, it'll take longer. I'm not saying don't, I'm just saying I usually prefer to shoot there. So whenever I'm walking up, I'll be looking there, and then at the very last second before I shoot, bash, look there, and it usually can psych out a lot of goalkeepers. Or what I love to do, right, is when I'm walking up, I have the ball and I'm ready to shoot, I would just start doing this. I only do this if I'm free. I'll only do this if I'm by myself and I'm free. And I'll just do this, psych them out, and then pick one and shoot. And because that's the most annoying thing ever, because I'll try and demonstrate what it looks like and shoot at the same time. Yeah, there you go. This is exactly what it looks like for the goalkeepers. And so it's really hard if you just like, oh, and then shoot now, you know. Don't mind the change. Like I was saying, that's pretty busted because of how quickly it swaps up, and goalies just are dumb and fall for it. So you gotta be really smart when you play goalie, because your whole team's relying on you. Another thing that goalies don't know though is that they can actually tackle someone inside their own box. So if someone comes close to you in the game and they're around this angle, if they're holding the ball, if you front dash into them, you will actually tackle them. And we can see that in action right here. You see how it's just a tackle? So if someone gets too close to you and they're taking a bit too much time, then you can tackle them like that. Also, there's a dumb thing you can do where you can infinitely stun lock someone, and the devs kind of need to fix this. What a lot of other goalkeepers don't know is that they actually have a super throw. So I'm not sure what it is on console or mobile, but I know for PC that if you press T, bosh, you do a massive super throw. And so that's really powerful while passing to your teammates instead of doing like a kick or a move. It's way better to use one of those. I'd also recommend to, when you use it, run out to about the edge of your penalty zone and then throw, because you get it to go a bit further. I'd also recommend, if you want to play goalie and goalie only, I'd recommend going Psy, because Magic Pass is so broken, it goes across the whole pitch. And if you can use that, so imagine you save the ball. If you use Magic Pass, go out of shift lock, click on someone and aim for them, then it will go to them, and Magic Pass can just go throughout the whole pitch, go to your teammate, and they can score. So that's pretty much about it with goalkeepers. Also, I'm going to teach you a very scummy tactic, so don't tell anyone, but if you super throw inside of the net, then the ball will teleport into the middle, and exactly on the middle. So if you tell your friend to go to the middle and then just do that, then you can be kind of scummy. But don't do that in scrims, or maybe don't do that. Or I'm not recommending you to do that, but I'm just saying it's something you can do. So just you didn't see anything from me, but I'm just saying stuff that the devs might need to patch. But no, I think that's good, right? It's a good video. If any of this like helped and you enjoyed it, then like, subscribe, because it means so much and it helps me a ton. And so I guess I'll see you in the next video. Please, I want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments, because I want to know what you guys are thinking. I want to know what you think about any of this, and I want to hear your own tips, because I'm not a goalkeeper. So this was mainly my best way of trying to, you know, trying to like give some decent tips. But for any goalkeepers in the chat, I want to hear what you're saying, and I want your tips, because I'll pin them. But you know, stuff like that, you know, you already know what it is. I'll see you in the comments, but I'll see you in the next video as well. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, join the Discord, bish bash bosh.